Vancouver has always been considered a destination for its natural, breathtaking beauty, world-class shopping, and laid-back, relaxing attitude. Thousands of tourists flock to Vancouver every year, in every season, to climb Vancouver's hills, slide down its mountains, and bask in the warm summer sun. But recently, Vancouver has been attracting visitors for another reason. The world is awakening to a side of the city that's not as well known as its local ski hills or hockey stars. Vancouver is making a name for itself as a prime destination for fantastic food. Want fabulous Chinese food? Skip the flight to Hong Kong and head to Vancouver. Looking for the best Indian in North America? Forget about Toronto and wander out west. Cutting-edge sushi? Vancouver. Fresh, sustainable seafood? Once again, Vancouver. So what's the secret? Is it all the freshest ingredients available in such close proximity to the city? Is it the local celebrity chefs taking those ingredients and transforming them into dishes that astound the palate? Over the next hour, we'll introduce you to some of Vancouver's best chefs and find out what inspires them and why they think Vancouver's got the perfect recipe as a food lover's destination.
It's beautiful. I mean, it's so, look at this. It's so gorgeous here. You know, at first, it took me a long time to get used to it because it seemed pretty tame in comparison to Toronto. At least it was in 1991. And now I love it. I would not want to leave here.
I think it's just the best of all worlds. You have the mountains and the nature, we have the beaches, but at the same time, people that love to eat know that they have to come experience it at least once. I know San Francisco had that reputation, New York had that reputation. I think we're definitely building up to that on a global scale.
The food of Vancouver can take you to many different parts of the world without ever leaving the city limits. But there's a certain Canadian charm, if you can call it that, which might be holding the city back.
Because I think we're a little bit too humble sometimes. And I think that being too humble, maybe we're not sort of, puffing up as much as we should be. Because I've always felt that, we've got some of the best Chinese restaurants in the world outside of Hong Kong and Shanghai here.
Restaurants are alive because of the people that go and dine there. We create the atmosphere, we create the vibe, the food, the music, we hire the staff, we train them, we create the look, but it's the people that make it. It's the people that keep it alive. All you got to do is look at Vikram Vij's restaurant. That restaurant is what it is because of the people.
Vikram has probably one of the most interesting and most sought after Indian restaurants right here in Vancouver, and he's really been able to sort of push. I don't think there's a restaurant like that in North America, and it's right here.
I've been offered to go, to come and open up restaurants in different parts of the world. Whether it's in Seattle, whether it's in Las Vegas, whether it's in New York and all that stuff. But I'm not interested. There's one Vij's and it's in Vancouver, and that's where it's going to be. It's a great honor when somebody waits for your, for a table in your restaurant. Never should you take it for granted, and never should you be arrogant enough and say, oh, well, I can do that. I don't have that attitude. It's a very humbling experience. But I never sit on the laurels. At 5:15, when I have a lineup outside and people are waiting outside, I am as nervous today as I was 14 years ago. Vancouver has definitely given me a little extra edge that I was able to nurture and enjoy and take with me and be successful at what I've done.
Vikram Vij isn't the only Vancouver chef that's garnered international attention from foodies for his delicious food. There are many more who can make that claim.
right after the Condé Nast article came out, I have been contacted to actually do a lot of interviews. About how good or how is the Asian food scene in Vancouver. And definitely it put us right on the international map. I mean, when it comes to Chinese cuisine, a lot of people actually look at Vancouver, other than our friends in our neighbors, I should say.
应该说呢，就是说，我们呢这个菜呢，就是比较适合当地人的口味。就是说，要说就是世界最好还不够了，我们还得付出很大的努力。但是确实有很多就是说慕名而来的，或者看着那些新闻的来的人，到我们这里来品尝啊，什么东西，我们都是给予最好的照顾。然后呢，希望有更多的当地的服务社会，啊。
Chef Tojo is considered one of Vancouver's finest chefs. His sushi creations are internationally renowned. He's credited with introducing real sushi to the masses on the West Coast, but it's taken nearly 20 years to get to this point.
That time, people eat only teriyaki steak, tempura, shabu-shabu, everything cooked. That time, a lot, all customer from his Caucasian people eat only cooked dish. Only 5 people I know, they eat tuna. Only tuna. They don't try it another seafood. So I like to challenge, I like to, my background is Japanese, I like to sell, Japanese food culture. That time also people said, oh, seaweed, yeah, bam. Then I'm hiding. So we call it inside out. But after maybe 2 or 3 years later, they call it California law. But I break the traditional Japanese rule, cooking style. So I'm very silent. But many Japanese people said, oh, this is the wrong idea. But now everywhere.
但是总体说起来呢，实际上餐馆呢，就是说越是开得多，越是竞争大。最主要的前景呢，要看你自己能不能把这个餐馆经营跟服务各方面呢，就是说跟上现在客人的需要，然后你的生存就在这里。
These restaurateurs, the chefs are working so hard. It's always nice to give them a big pat on the shoulder, to give them the encouragement that they so deserve.
At the end of the day, I'm a chef that loves to produce good, tasty food with a nice bottle of wine, and that's what you're supposed to enjoy.